And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win pre-record Sunday for Monday, and this one comes to us from Razakel Dracula. I think it's Dracula. Who asked the question: who won a fight, Lobo or Alucard? Now, this is not my thumbnail. Obviously, I don't usually make my own thumbnails that look this good. This one was made, I believe, by G Lightyear's Pig, or G Lightyear Pig. I believe that's the name. At least that's the person whose name was on it. So there's the shout out. I'm not taking credit for someone else's work. This is kind of one of those battle of attrition fights. Obviously, both these guys have their own power set. Lobo, he's a Zarnian. And he's, in terms of physicality, he's a guy who can actually go toe-to-toe with Superman. He's a weapons master. He rides a intergalactic motorcycle that can just go across the universe no problem, pretty much. He literally crush down and condense the city into a ball and ate it. The god, that's oof. But his real, I guess, claim to fame, his real key ability is his regeneration. The man cannot die conventionally. You can kill him, you can waste his body, but his spirit will just keep going until it finds a new home because he was banned from the afterlife. But he will pretty much just regenerate from anything. You lose an arm, you can grow that back. Gets his entire head blown off, and that'll grow right back. Gets everything but his head blown off, that'll grow right back. Can really regenerate from a drop of blood. So this guy really doesn't have any method, any clear-cut way of dying. His willpower is strong enough that mind control doesn't work on him. He can literally just walk right through lantern constructs. He's like, this guy's kind of nuts. On the other side of the fence, though, you have Alucard, who's also kind of nuts. Being Dracula, he has all the abilities of a vampire, and then some. Unlike most vampires, he can survive in sunlight. His regeneration is some of the most hacks regeneration we've seen, because basically, he has standard level of regeneration that he can just grow limbs back, but if he were to be actually killed, one of the millions of souls in him just takes that place, and he just comes back. He's a master also of hand-to-hand combat, particularly using the Jackal and I think the Castle, was it called? Two massive firearms designed to destroy the undead. He's got vampire ability. He can meld with shadows. He can hypnotize. Obviously, he's got his level releases. At 0, he pretty much kind of exposes himself in the sense that his main body's there, but all the other souls around him are still there. He basically unleashes everything. And really, he still has all of his capabilities just kind of like enhanced. As long as there are still souls around, he is still capable of using his hacked regen. And even with most of those souls gone, we see in this fight, like in this fight with Walter, that unless you take out his heart, he can still keep coming back. So even though Alucard is insanely tough to kill, he's not impossible to kill, but the same can be said for Lobo. So who really wins this fight? Well, let's get a few of the more obscure ways Alucard could win out of the way, and Lobo could win. Obviously, anything of a holy nature could be more effective against Alucard, but Lobo doesn't normally carry holy weapons, and even though he's pretty much a genius, he would not be able to determine that right off the fly. Likewise, though, I doubt Alucard could hypnotize Lobo. Lobo's, as he puts it, too ornery. He's just not really capable of being hypnotized very effectively. Not saying it's impossible, but Alucard's level of hypnotism probably wouldn't work. So those two minor methods of winning won't work. So what about the actual long haul fight? Let's say he's got a contract on Alucard, and that's how the fight goes down. Alucard doesn't really carry any weapons that normally could do much to Lobo. Yeah, they're more powerful than a normal weapon, but Lobo can survive a lot, take a lot of hits. Normal gunfire isn't really going to do much against him. And albeit it's not normal, even if it is capable of, maybe popping a bit of not even a hole, but just like denting him a little bit, like he's got the raw flesh there. His regen's so great that it's just going to grow back. So Alucard's main weaponry isn't going to be doing anything. Conversely, though, nothing Lobo really carries normally, be it massive explosion, chain whip, or anything along those lines, is going to be able to kill Alucard permanently because he'll just regen back. The ultimate long-term fight scenario I see here is they're going to be going back and forth Alucard will release restraints. It will become a bit more tiresome for Lobo, just because he feels it's just annoying for him to be dealing with this. But if we're talking about a battle of attrition, only one of these guys has a true limit to how much they can regenerate based on resources. Alucard, sadly, or Alucard, however you want to pronounce the name, Alucard, does eventually reach a limit with how often he can regenerate. And Lobo, I mean, he's got the stamina to keep up with Superman. So, while it would be a long fight, and honestly, Alucard is smart enough and old enough to be like, I might not be able to beat this guy outright this time around. I might have to backtrack. Alucard might. Then again, Alucard is also someone who wants to die, wants to find someone who can kill him. And Lobo, given enough time, probably could be able to kill him. If nothing else, he would be able to eventually just wear down all of that mass regeneration that he has, and then ultimately just kill him, blow him up, basically take out the heart, because that's what you need to do with Alucard. You have to take out the heart. So while I love both these characters, I think Lobo would take this fight. And it really only comes down to the fact of limitations on regeneration versus really no limits to regeneration, and damage dealt. Alucard has a limit to his regeneration, and he does not have the firepower to do any lasting damage on Lobo. His most powerful weapon is the castle and the jackal. And they're not going to be doing much against him, if at all. And even in his released form, he carries a sword, sure, and that might be able to cut him, but Lobo can survive getting cut, no problem. He survived more than enough for that not to be a threat to him. So on damage dealt and limited regen, I gotta go Lobo in this fight. But that's just my opinion. Maybe there's a way you think Alucard could win that I didn't think of. Let me know in the comments below if you feel that way. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.